is the amount times, and we're going to first take that formula. It's this formula right here. Okay, so here's how we come to the answer. 1.04 to the fifth power over 1 is 0.82. Subtract 1 and divide that by 0.04. That gives you 0.1782 divided by 0.04. Now look at my answer. This is how I calculated it, and I took things out to the fourth position. Notice that my answer is $2,004.75, and there is no Institute today, and I asked them, to what decimal position should you guys carry the calculations to arrive at their answers? And they said, taking it to the fourth position is just fine. The answers will be well spaced. So if you know, the reason I got 2.04 and they got 2.03 is because they used a different, it's a rounding error, it's a rounding difference rather, that accounts for that. That's going to happen to you on the exam because you don't know what decimal point they carried their calculation. Feeling, but that's what they told me to do, to tell you, okay? Okay, and that explains why I got 2.04 and the answer they got 2.03. Everyone okay with that? You see how I'm getting it? I'm trying to highlight here the keywords that clued me into what formula to use, and you should be going through the same exercise when you see these questions. Question 4. So did I tell you that was the answer is C from slide 29? Okay. Question 4. Here. If the appropriate discount rate for this project is 12.5%, what is the net present value of the project? Now, there are two ways to do this. The way that I did it, I saw this as a net present value formula. We are given a net present value formula, which is that beautiful little formula right there. But what you have to do is you have to calculate each piece. You know, this C divided by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power. You have to do it raised to the 1, raised to the 2, raised to the 3, all the way to raised to the 10, and add all those huge numbers up, okay? There's another way, and I just want to go over another way just so you know it. Do you notice this? Do you notice what's happening here? You're getting $475,000 a year for 10 years. What does that sound like? It's not a perpetuity, but it's an annuity. You could use the to find out what the present value of those 10 payments are. But in order to get to the answer to this question, you have to remember to subtract the $2,500,000, which is your initial investment. Okay? Do you see that? The net present value formula, the very first thing it does is subtract out your initial investment and then adds the present value of each of the subsequent payments. It's a lot faster to use this annuity formula. Okay? I calculated it out. I did it both ways, and actually formula. When I did it the longhand way, I couldn't quite get their exact answer, and that's why I called the institute. But you know how far, look at how far apart these answers are. Either negative 16 grand or, you know, almost $500,000 or 604,000. So when I did it by hand, I was